Hello everybody, and welcome to the first ever episode of Beyond a Sentence. If you don't know me, my name is Jami. My husband and I decided to start this YouTube channel basically to discuss some things that we have noticed within the last few years regarding the Colorado Department of Corrections. And we really feel that a lot of this stuff needs to just be brought to light and discussed because it's not being discussed and these are huge issues. So my husband's name is Ralph. He is currently incarcerated in Colorado, the Colorado Department of Corrections. So as a legal disclaimer, there's going to be several things on this video, a few other videos as I start to do them that I will be discussing, and for legal reasons, I will be discussing things and referring to things as alleged. They haven't been through the Colorado court system yet to be ruled on, so I cannot say with definitive statements that this did occur or that did occur, this was said, that was said. It all has to be phrased in the alleged phrase. So as a disclaimer, legal disclaimer done, moving on. So Ralph is currently incarcerated in Colorado. He just started his 24th year in Colorado. Yes, 24th year. His sentence he was sentenced in 2006 for 72 years for 3 dope charges. So essentially he got a life sentence for drugs. That is an entire situation that I will get into, but it is extremely excessive, and the way that he was sentenced has now been determined as illegal, which is a form of relief that we're going to go after eventually as well, but that again is for another video. So for high points of what the channel is, it's going to be that. It's going to be discussing his current sentence and some struggles that we're having with that. It's also going to be discussing one of the cases that were used as a habitual offender enhancement on his current sentence. There is something specific that's going on with that particular case. That case was from 1998. There were just some things that we recently discovered last year that we're addressing with the courts now, hoping to get some relief on that one. I can explain that as well as how it relates to his current case in later this video and in the next video. And then one of the main reasons that I wanted to start this channel, and I discussed it with him, is because he was part of in his current incarceration, he was part of what's called Interstate Corrections Compact, ICC. I'm not sure, in case you don't know what that is. Basically, it's a prisoner swap between states. So if Colorado decides they have a prisoner and California decides that they have a prisoner, they swap. So California sends California inmate here, Colorado sends Colorado inmate to California. The thing that is extremely important about an Interstate Corrections Compact prisoner swap is that even though somebody from Colorado or any state goes to a different state, even though they're housed in another state, they are still under the jurisdiction of the sending state. So Colorado sends somebody to California, they're housed in California, they are under Colorado's jurisdiction. In other words, even though they are living out of state, it is Colorado's responsibility to check on them to make sure that they are being housed humanely, that they are being treated humanely, that their experiences, their food, everything are still according to the rules and regulations, and that there's nothing inappropriate or wrong or illegal going on. The biggest issue that I have, again, like I said, and why I wanted the biggest drive that I had to start this channel and to bring attention to that, is the fact that while he was part of Interstate Corrections Compact, late 2017 to late 23, he had to endure some things that are straight out, flat out civil rights violations. And that will be discussed in further videos. That's, again, just a high point, but that is the driving force of why I wanted to start something like this and to bring attention to it. So his current 04 case, which he was sentenced in 2006, the current 98 case that it was an enhancement on his 2006 sentence, and then also the Interstate Corrections Compact. So those are the 3 high points that are going to be discussed in a series of videos. Also, as things occur within the Colorado Department of Corrections, news articles and news stories and things like that come out, I do want to address several things that have been recently coming out. I will not do them in this video, trying to keep it as short as possible for an intro, but there are a ton of stories and things that I haven't been really seeing on local media that have been addressed on local media. There's a couple of things that I've seen news articles on things like 9 News and things like that, but I have not been seeing some other stories that are just being published online, and they're pretty significant regarding DOC's budget, civil rights lawsuits against them for treatment of inmates and things like that. So those are definitely things that I'm going to point out because in several different ways and roundabout ways, everything kind of connects together. And there's also lawsuits that have been against the Colorado Department of Corrections regarding inmate funds, the canteen funds. So if you're not familiar, you can send money to inmates. They use that money on their books to buy food, buy clothes. They have tablets, they can buy music, they have to pay for phone time, as well as families out here, which is something else that we're going to be addressing too. All of that kind of stuff. Well, there have been lawsuits because there have been money that's been sent from families to inmates to canteen to pay for canteen for their loved ones. And the money is taken off their books, but they never receive the things that they ordered. This has happened significantly throughout, probably that I'm aware of, the last few years with my husband, with Ralph in general. It's been several $100s. We're actually going through several things right now. I don't want to divulge too much information because I feel like it's going to be a big thing. So stay tuned for that, because there'll be more news articles on that, I'm sure. So that's kind of the reason, like I said, for the channel. I want to bring awareness to several different things. I want to bring awareness to the treatment of the inmates, what inmates have to endure, what families on the outside, what we have to endure as well. It's not just the people inside that are doing the time. The loved ones are doing the time right along with them, whether we're sitting right next to them in the room in their cell, or we're sitting out here behind a computer doing videos. It doesn't matter. We do the time with them. We are the ones that have to be separated from them. We are the ones that are financially supporting them. We are the ones that are doing everything we possibly can for them with the legal system, which is undoubtedly and unequivocally stacked against helping people that are inside. The struggles that family members go through, it is not addressed and it's not discussed enough. And so if you are somebody that has a loved one that's inside, or a friend, family member, whatever, you're not alone. There's a whole group of us out here that know exactly what you're going through, the frustrations, the pain, the hurt, the anger, the arguments, the love, everything. You're not alone. We know exactly what you're going through, and we're right there with you. So again, lastly, the reason that I wanted to name it Beyond a Sentence is because I think it is very significant that society looks at people that are incarcerated. They look at them as, oh, you screwed up, throw away the key, throw you in there, throw away the key. And their story goes far beyond their DOC number and far beyond the sentence that they're serving. Their story of their life and their experiences and why they got to where they are, their story is beyond what their sentence was. Now their story continues while they're in there, and once they come out and they live and their life continues on, their story is going to continue beyond their sentence that they served. So I named it that, and Ralph and I discussed a few different names, but we felt that encompassed an inmate in general, and the story that everybody is a freaking human being. Everybody has a story, and until you have walked in their shoes, you can't say, oh, you're a jerk, you got what you deserved, or oh, you broke the law, go away, that kind of thing. The human being aspect of it is not discussed enough. These people that are in there have lives and have loved ones, and their stories are deep and very intense in a lot of situations. Now, to clarify as well, there are people inside that, they're turds, but there's also people in there that for 3 dope charges didn't deserve 72 years of a life sentence. There's a lot of people in there like that too. So that encompasses what the channel is, what we're going to be doing, kind of why we named it that. And when he does get out, he already said, I told him that he's going to be making some cameo appearances and saying hello to everybody as well. So just again, kind of a quick little blurb for a first video. I'm going to be doing, the next video I do is going to go in a little bit more in depth on his current sentence for his 2004, when he was arrested, his case from 2004, and then also his 2006 sentencing, kind of what happened, all of that. We'll go into a little bit more detail, and that'll tie into his 98 case and the relief that we're working on right now with the courts with that. So in the meantime, please like, subscribe, share the heck out of the video, because we are definitely, like I said, we're going to be exposing a lot of stuff and discussing a lot of stuff and allegations that are going on with the Department of Corrections. So if you have any questions, please pop them in the comment section. I will absolutely answer any and all questions as much as I can. There will be some things that obviously I can't discuss for legal reasons, but anything that I am able to discuss, I will for sure go ahead and do that. So in the meantime, hope everybody has a good day, and we'll catch you on the flip side.